What is up, everybody? It's Spacer back again today, and this is going to be our breakdown and review for Chapter 3 of the Book of Boba Fett, The Streets of Mos Espa. Spoiler warning ahead. This episode was okay. I enjoyed it. There were some things I really liked, and there were some things that I have mixed feelings on. Overall, I'd probably give it a 7 out of 10. Now, this video is probably going to be a little bit shorter than usual, because it's like 20 degrees in the room that I'm in right now. It's a sunroom, and I have no heating or air, but let's just talk about the things that I liked. Right off the bat, I love that we're delving into the Pike Syndicate a little bit more. I've been talking about the Syndicate War that I've been theorizing about for a while now. It looks like we're definitely getting at least some type of war between the Pike Syndicate and Boba Fett and whoever he recruits to help him. He already recruited that retro-style biker gang, scooter gang, which we're going to talk about more towards the end of the episode. That's one of the things I have mixed feelings on. But nonetheless, I'm super excited to be getting more Pike action. I cannot wait for that. It looks like the Hutts have kind of said, you know, we're out. They said war is bad for business. So whether or not they come back, I'm not entirely sure. I would love to have them back in some type of skirmish with the Pikes and Boba Fett. Whether that happens or not, I'm not so sure. But one of the other things that I liked was obviously the battle between Black Chrysanthemum and Boba Fett. I honestly thought that was like a dream sequence at first, and then it kept going, and I was like, oh, okay, no, this is actually real. Also, speaking about that battle between Chrysanthemum and Boba Fett, for a very small, slim second, I thought that they had killed Boba Fett. When Chrysanthemum picks Boba Fett up and, you know, crushes his back and you hear that sound, I straight up thought that he shattered Boba Fett's back. I was fully expecting him to just fall on the ground and not get up for the rest of the episode, but then obviously he did. He, you know, hopped right up, he was totally okay, and he started whacking him with his gaffy stick, which, you know, by all means, I was very happy that was the case. Confused? Yes, but happy nonetheless. Also, I was getting some serious Hound vibes from Game of Thrones with Chrysanthemum, especially when he plowed into the two Gamorrean guards and knocked them down the stairs. I loved the whole sequence. It was awesome. And then, of course, the other thing that I freaking loved was the fact that Danny Trejo showed up with the Rancor as a gift from the Hutts to Boba Fett. It may have been a youth Rancor, but it's a Rancor nonetheless, and apparently Boba Fett is going to ride it. Danny Trejo is going to teach Boba Fett how to ride a Rancor, and I can't wait. I cannot wait to see him ride that thing through the streets of Mos Espa and finally gain some respect. Okay, now it's time to talk about the things that I have mixed feelings on with this episode, and I think we all know where we're going here, and we're talking about the cybernetically enhanced group. I don't dislike the group. As a matter of fact, I really like those characters. I think that they have a lot of potential. I just think that their look overall just doesn't really match Tatooine, especially with their scooters. Their scooters were too shiny and pristine for Tatooine. I've been seeing a lot of people say that they don't feel like Star Wars. That's not the case. They definitely feel like Star Wars. They just feel more Coruscant than Tatooine. And I have a video where I go into a lot more detail on this. I'll probably add it to the end of this video anyways, but, you know, I like the group. I like the characters. I think they have potential, and I like how they're, you know, ride or die with Boba Fett. I think that's cool. It didn't really take a lot of convincing, but, you know, they work for Boba Fett now. So they're one of the things that I have mixed feelings on. I'm curious to see what they do with these characters in the rest of the show. I'm hoping that they grow on me. But yeah, just one of those things. It just didn't really sit well with me. It was a little bit off. Again, I didn't dislike them, but they just felt a little bit, I don't know, not Tatooine, if that makes sense. Like, they felt Star Wars, but they didn't feel Tatooine. They felt out of place for whatever reason. I'd be curious to know what you guys think about them. I will add the video that I made on TikTok going into more detail about the speeder chase and their whole kind of aesthetic to the end of this. But that was really the only thing that I didn't, you know, I had like mixed feelings on with this episode. And then there was the Tusken Raiders. They already killed them off, all of them. At least it looks like they killed all of them off, which is a real bummer. Hopefully a few of them survived, but, you know, at least the chief and the kid, they did not. They're confirmed dead. But the Lady Tusken, who knows? She might be out there somewhere. I don't know. But, you know, I understand why they had to die to, you know, further the plot, and, you know, they serve as Boba's motivation, I would assume, moving forward. But, yeah, just let me know what you guys think. Alright, let's talk about the speeder chase. I didn't dislike it, but I didn't love it. I have mixed feelings on the speeder chase. I've been seeing a lot of people say that it didn't feel like Star Wars. Like, the whole aesthetic of the group and their scooters didn't feel like Star Wars, to which I completely disagree. It felt very much like Star Wars, but it didn't feel like Tatooine. I'm not sure if that makes any sense, but it does to me. You see, I would have expected to see this group on a world like Coruscant or Canto Bight, the more prosperous planet. And I understand that it was probably a deliberate creative decision to kind of have the vibrant colors of this group contrast the rest of the surroundings on Tatooine, and I appreciate and respect that. You know, bold creative choices are always welcome in my mind. However, this time it felt a little bit off to me. Again, I didn't dislike it, I just didn't love it. The other criticism that I would agree with is that it felt a little slow, and I feel like if they had just added some thrusters with exhaust kicking out the back onto those scooter things, it would have altered my perception, and maybe I would have thought that they were moving faster than how they looked in the episode. Overall, I did enjoy the episode. I thought it was great, and if you didn't enjoy the speeder bike chase, just remember that Danny Trejo brought in a Rancor, and Boba Fett's going to ride it later on in the show. So, overall, it was a little bit off for me, but I'm just going to move on, and I can't wait for the rest of the show. So let me know what you guys think. May the Force be with you, always. But yeah, overall, I still enjoyed the episode. It's definitely the weakest of the three that we've gotten. Like I said, 7 out of 10 for me. Not bad by any means. There was some really high moments, like I was saying. I love that we're getting more Pike action. I loved the Black Chrysanthemum versus Boba Fett battle, and I also loved the fact that we have a Rancor now, so that's awesome. And, you know, I'm willing to let the Scooter Gang grow on me, right? Their aesthetic is really the only thing at this point that kind of bugs me. The characters overall, I'm actually kind of interested in. So let me know what you guys think. Stay tuned for more Star Wars content. Hit that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate that. And yeah, check me out on TikTok where I post every day. May the Force be with you all, always.